Hey everyone, Anthony Cosenza here with Casabella Realty Group, and CasabellRealtyGroup.com is the website. We are local independent brokerage that helps a number of clients in a number of different ways with a number of different needs, whether it's just general information about the real estate market, if you're looking to buy, if you're looking to sell, if you're looking to lease, any of that, we want to be a resource for you. Hopefully these videos, along with stuff we put out on our social media channels, whether it's our Instagram profile, our Facebook page, any of that. Hopefully all of this is helpful for you. We want to bring you a lot of different information that's going on with the real estate market. Obviously, this thing just keeps changing and changing and changing. There's a lot of misconceptions out there. There's a lot of different things out there. And we want to make sure that we provide you with all of the information from a lot of different angles so you can be educated as you try and traverse this market. We, of course, want to be able to go on that journey with you and hopefully be able to help you the best way possible. As we always do on these videos, we want to get you some very pertinent information going on and pieces of data going on in the real estate market, as well as some things going on in the community and just other pieces of information, again, so you can be well educated. And if you are looking to do something or looking to reassess where you are in your home that you currently own or what have you, maybe you have some investment properties and you're just curious about all kinds of different aspects about what to do next. Hopefully these pieces of information can help you out. And if we can be of service to you, whether it's a sit down, get you some more extended information or what have you, we would love to do that. So that being said, let's get to the market update. We've got a lot here, so you're going to want to pay attention to all this. There's a lot of different stuff. Let's start with a report from the California Association of Realtors. And this, let's see here, this is from their website, car.org. And as you see here, let's pull this up for you. This now shows, and I'll expand that for you here. This is just some information on, and this came out, I believe, June 16th. We'll scroll back up to the top here. This is a May home sales report, and you can see here home sales in California dip below pre-pandemic levels as the effects of rising interest rates begin to show, even as prices set another record. So you can see here existing single-family home sales totaled 377,790 in May on a seasonally adjusted annualized rate, down 9.8% from April and down 15.2% from May. We've said this on this video for months. We've said it to our clients for months, maybe even close to a year now, that slowly you got to wait it up, but you will see the scales between buyers and sellers kind of balancing out a little bit. And when you see the interest rates rising to combat inflation and different things, you're seeing that scale that was dipped so heavily in favor of sellers. Sellers can still capitalize on a lot of equity. You could see here, they're showing what you're seeing here, the median home price, all of that is showing that, you're still going to get the equity out of your home from a selling standpoint, but also from a buying standpoint. There is more out there, inventory out there. We'll show you some graphics on that. And you can see here the demand has just dropped, making it a little less competitive for buyers out there as you go out and look for a home. So that's just something to note here. We're going to scroll down here and show you some different things. May 2022 county sales and price activity throughout California. Just some interesting pieces of information. You see California condos and townhomes in May of 22 averaged 678,000, down from April of 22 slightly. They were at 700,000. And then, of course, last year, May of 21, they were at 592,000. So that's something to kind of note there. And then, of course, when you look at some different regions and whatnot, here is orange. You see, 1,295,000 was at 1,325,000 the prior month, and averaged out in May of 21, 1,100,000. You can see there the month-to-month change is down 2.3%. Year-over-year change, you can see still up 17.7%. So Again, these were kind of the average sales and whatnot per county. And then you can kind of see some different things going on in different counties here. There was one that I found really interesting. I think it was in Mono County. Yeah, you could see here May of 2022 as opposed to April of 22. So there was a big change month to month there. That might have just been reflective of the specific homes that were sold in that area. But at any rate, you can see here, you're starting to see that those big jumps in prices from month to month that we've been seeing for really the better part of 2 years here, that is starting to slow down. Things are sitting on the market a little while longer, not such a frenzied pace in terms of getting into a home and getting, being out there on a buying side and trying to, get out there and put an offer in with 12, 15, 20 other people at a time. That doesn't seem to be the case as much anymore. It seems to be, based on offers we've put in for folks and just things we've been seeing and hearing, things are just becoming a little less frenzied, a little more calm. And that goes hand in hand with a lot of, interest rates being jumped up a little bit. We'll talk more about that in a second, and a lot of other factors. I want to play you a video. It's about 2 minutes long, and if you've been following our social media channels, you've probably seen this, but Dave Ramsey, a financial guru that has helped millions and millions of people through just little tidbits of information, talking about how to manage your debt, credit cards, all of that. He kind of talks about all kinds of different things. He recently weighed in on his social media channels about the home market and what to expect here. So while I'm saying, hey, things are kind of changing for a little bit for the better, you may be slowing down, all this kind of stuff, that does not necessarily mean wholesale reflective. Everything's going to come grinding to a halt. We're going to have a crash, any of that kind of stuff. That's not going to happen. And I want you to read this, or listen to this rather, because this is an interesting perspective, bringing a little bit more points of data for you to digest when it comes to the housing market and the future of it.
All right, let's talk real estate. A lot of folks are saying, I'm going to sit on the sidelines and wait on buying because house prices are going to go down. Let me help you with this. House prices are caused by one thing and one thing only: supply versus demand. How many houses are for sale versus how many buyers there are. Buyers are fewer in a bad economy, a high interest rate economy. There's fewer buyers, but they have to be less buyers than supply for house prices to go down. That's not going to happen. Here's the real numbers. Here's data, not feelings. Let's talk this through. 5 million more 35-year-olds right now in the millennial generation, prime house buying age, than there were in 2007. 128 million households right now. In 2007, only 116 million households. 12 million more households operating that need a house. And yet there's a shortage of housing. In 2007, we had 2.1 million new housing starts. This year, we'll have 1.4 million new housing starts. We have 50% as many houses for sale right now as we had in 2007. Inventory is at half. So the number of buyers would have to go down so dramatically before the house market prices go down. It's not going to happen, guys. House prices went up 32% in 2020, 18% in 2021, 7% this year in 2022. Next year, projected to be a 5% increase. Every year for the next 5 years, we're going to have fewer houses for sale than buyers wanting to buy them, driving the price up. House prices are going to go up every year for the next 5 years. If you're ready to buy, you're in good shape financially, you need to buy now. Don't wait on house prices to go down. They're not going down. What goes up must go down. No, it doesn't. I just gave you data, real facts. They're not coming down.
So a little bit of conflicting information based on the Carr report in some ways when you try and digest all of this. But here's the bottom line there. You could see there, you saw the big jumps in terms of housing price. I think you said, in the teens in terms of percentage points that it's gone up. It went up 7% this year. And then now it's projected to go 5%. Do you notice, though, big decreases in terms of those price jumps? So yes, real estate is an investment wherein, it's a safe one because in large part, your property values go up annually. And so, but what you're seeing is this percentage that it's going up in the next 5 years, as Dave Ramsey mentioned, is more of a manageable pace for buyers to get into the market and whatnot. Even though the millennial generation is a huge demographic and there are a lot of people trying to get into homes, he's explaining that, yes, there's going to be price jumps, but it will not be what we have seen 2020, 2021, early parts of 22. It's going to calm down a little bit. You'll see price increases, but it's still a good time to think about buying, especially if you have your finances in order, if you've spoken with a loan representative, what have you, to get things dialed in. So that's kind of the messaging there that we wanted to share there. There's a lot, there's kind of some differing information, but the bottom line is even with price increases, those price increases comparative to recent years will go down at its pace, but you're still going to be able to capitalize on equity you've accrued if you are a seller. And as a buyer, if you get into a house soon, you're going to still be able to capitalize on equity that you get right away by investing in a home. So again, a lot to take in, a lot to digest, but there is a lot of logic in what we're trying to present to you here and what Dave Ramsey presents. And be sure to go follow him on his social media channels as well. He provides a lot of great information, not just on real estate, but in, financial health, personal finances, etc. Obviously involved in the media and all kinds of different things. So wanted to share that with you. Now, that being said, we're going to give you an update from the lending and mortgage side of things from our friend Kevin Buddy at Monarch Coast Financial. And Kevin is a very, very well-respected member in the mortgage industry and in the real estate industry, been trusted for decades. We've worked with him on transactions and he's taken great care of our clients. He's worked with all kinds of different kinds of loans and financial backgrounds and all kinds of different things. He's the president of Monarch Coast Financial. He can be reached at 949-422-2075 or KBUDDE at monarchcoastfinancial.com. Kevin Buddy, great guy. And he gave us, as he usually does, a weekly information dump, if you will, of a lot of different things. And you can see here, some of the stuff he echoed from that CAR report. Existing single family home sales in California were down 9.8% from April and down 15.2% from May 21. And that's the May housing report there. Again, month over month, 9.8% down from April of 22 and down 15.2% from May of 21. That frenzy that I'm talking about is lessening there. And then, of course, Orange County sales were down 3.9% as a whole from April and down 22.6% from May of 21. Again, kind of echoing some of the things that you saw in that CAR report that I pulled up for you there. CoreLogic reported the share of borrowers in any stage of delinquency was at an all-time low in the first quarter of 2022. So a lot of folks are saying, we're going to see that big surge of short sales, bankruptcies, bank owned, REO, all that kind of stuff. No, it does not seem that way going forward here. I mean, you may see a bit more than we have seen, but they are still noting record lows in terms of stages of delinquency on mortgage payments per CoreLogic there and from Kevin Buddy. Freddie Mac reported mortgage rates for a 30-year fixed mortgage moved up more than half a percentage point, making the largest 1 week increase since 1987. So you heard that the Fed, hiked up rates recently and all of that. The half percentage point that you saw in a 1 week period was the largest since 1987. So again, we've been saying, I know prices are high, but those rates are low. You got to get in there. You got to get in there. But we're not in the I told you so business. We are in the finding you opportunities business, and there are still a lot of good opportunities to get into a manageable loan and find a great house now that things are kind of, again, that frenzy's dying down a little bit. And again, if you're looking for loan information, a guy like Kevin Buddy is a great resource for that. Higher mortgage rates will lead to a moderation from the blistering pace of housing activity. That's just, again, kind of echoing what I'm saying. And then, of course, resulting in a more balanced housing market. I keep using that analogy of the scales, and that just keeps seeming to, as the months go on, we're seeing more and more of that. 30-year fixed rate mortgages averaged 5.78%. You can tell that as we've been doing these videos, that's gone up quite a bit. And the 15-year fixed rate mortgage averaged 4.81%. In the grand scheme of things, where we're looking at those rates and we're comparing them to what we've been seeing and what people have been receiving over the past couple of years, which have been, kind of record low interest rates. And so now, in the grand scheme of things, when you look at decades and decades and decades of interest rates, these are still 5.78 and 4.81 are still manageable and very low. But I think, most people are looking at that comparative to 2.75 and 3%, all that kind of stuff that was available not too long ago. Still, it is still a good opportunity for you to get into this housing market if you're looking to buy. I can't state that enough. I know it seems daunting. I know there are high prices out there, but a guy like Kevin Buddy at Monarch Coast Financial can get you into a good, manageable loan. And we at Casabella Realty Group can help you identify a home that fits what you're looking for in the region that you're looking for. We specialize in Orange County, but we've been doing deals in Riverside County, San Diego County, Los Angeles County, all kinds of different areas. And we want to be working with you. And if you want to get some information, as I said, from Kevin Buddy on, hey, you may kind of just be thinking about selling, buying, that sort of thing. And you're not really fully sold yet. And you just kind of want to get some information on what that may look like. Contact Kevin, Monarch Coast Financial, 949-422-2075, KBUDDE at monarchcoastfinancial.com. And we thank him for his great information that he has provided us as well. Now we have a bit, as we usually do, we have a video for you, which is, it's not like with sound and stuff. It's the rundown of the MLS numbers. Now these were from basically a couple of days ago, but we still think it's pretty reflective of what's going on a couple of days later. It's not, a week or two old, but we compiled the data from a couple of days ago. So we're going to share that with you here. This is our MLS homework, our MLS report that we provide you on these videos every time we take the air. This is the MLS update. Again, it says 621 reflective of then. So these might have ticked around a little bit, but coming soon, 220. This is on the listing side, 154 of them from 622 to 630 in terms of the coming soon status. Active 3304. If you remember, we were in the 1,100, 1,200 range when this year began in terms of active listings. So that is more than doubled in terms of active inventory. 621 since 612, active under contract, 1,140, 349 of those since June 13th. Pending, which is, houses in escrow, but still has contingencies, 1,262, 187 of those since 613, again, reflective of June 21st, not necessarily the 23rd as we take the air today. Closed 622 since June 13th. So that's on the listing side. On the rental side, again, reflective of 621. The rental side is almost that frenzy is almost where the purchase side was, last year, early this year. Coming soon, 54 of them. This is in OC. 30 of them, again, from June 22nd through June 30th. Active, only 1320 active MLS rentals, 321 of those since the middle of the month. Pending 212, meaning, they're getting through. They're not, it's not like an escrow situation, but they've got someone working and it's under contract type of thing. And then closed 317 of those since the middle of the month. So you're seeing there the rental market frenzied like the purchase market was. So a lot of people, again, and we are not dissuading anybody from leasing or anything like that, but that is something to be aware of. If you're looking to say, hey, I'm looking to shy away from the rising interest rates, I'm looking to shy away for right now from the high prices, again, go back and listen to what Dave Ramsey said about expecting prices to go down. That's just not really the reality at this point in time. But if you're just in a position where you can't get into the purchase of a home, or you're really set on leasing things right now, just be aware that it is hyper competitive out there. And we would love to represent you, whether you have a property to lease, whether you're looking to lease. but you need to be aware that as someone who is looking to lease a property, you're going to be up against a number of applications. You got to have your finances in order. You got to have your credit in order and all of that. So you probably want to work on all of that and have that set up well for you to really have you stand out. And then you got to be probably pretty, I mean, if I can give some advice here based on some personal experience in the leasing market, helping out some clients recently, you have to probably be prepared to be very aggressive on your application to lease. Maybe multiple months of rent up front, large pet deposit if you have a pet that's looking, and you're looking to get into a home there. And then, of course, credit and all of that in check, and maybe even going over the lease asking price sometimes is the case, because that's how competitive things are in the leasing market right now. We can help you navigate that, though, as a brokerage, and myself as a realtor, we can help you navigate that, work with you to identify properties, and work with you to get into a great rental property if that's what you're looking to achieve. Or we've also helped on the other side, a lease listing side, recently closed a few of those already in the past couple of months. So if you have one of those that you're looking to get a new renter in, we can help you with that as well. We're going to get out of here, as we usually do, with some community news, community spotlights, that sort of thing. So we're going to transition from real estate data to what's going on in the community. Couple of things here. One, if you want to get the full skinny on this, you can get in contact with us and make sure that you get our email blast so we can get this information out to you. But this is a brief thing courtesy of First American Title and Team Title OC, giving us some information on 4th of July celebrations. There is a lot of stuff going on in Orange County in terms of where you can go to celebrate the fireworks and the festivities of the 4th of July. We have copies of this and we can email it to you, or if you're on our email blast, it'll be on there as well. But you can see there's stuff in Laguna Niguel, Dana Point. There's actually a couple of them in Dana Point, Cypress, Brea, Buena Park, La Habra, La Palma, Ladera Ranch. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff, information on where to go and where you can go and hang out. And of course, information on the entity putting it on in terms of contact information and whatnot, so you can be forwarded there. But a lot of different stuff here. There are a lot of different opportunities to celebrate the holiday if you are looking for an official city run or community run fireworks show, 4th of July celebration. And you can see here there's all kinds of different stuff. Huntington Beach, there's a parade. Anaheim, of course, there's the Disneyland fireworks, and the city itself is putting one on. Laguna Woods has its own festivities, all kinds of different things. You see times, you see locations, and all of that. I can't go through every single city here, but again, there's a lot of stuff to do, showing you a couple, so maybe you can take a couple screenshots, or of course, get in touch with us, casabellasocal@gmail.com, and we can sign you up for our newsletter if we have not already done so. And you can go out and have yourself a great 4th of July. Our thanks to First American Title and Team Title OC for giving us that information. I also, a little bit of a self-serving community event here. I am part of a YPN group within the Orange County Association of Realtors. They are having kind of a fun event, networking and outdoors, get some sunshine. Mini Masters, it's foot golf. So it's almost blending soccer and golf, and it's $40 a person. You go out there, you can kick some soccer balls. So if you got a soccer background, if you got a golf background, all of that, you can go do that. And of course, it helps the real estate community and the OCAR Cares Foundation through Orange County Association of Realtors, and it's at Lake Forest Golf Course there. $40 a person. You get it's 9 holes, and then there's also going to be drinks and food trucks and all that kind of stuff coming up here July 13th. So you got to sign up soon. You can go to www.ocrealtors.org/mini-masters, or you can hit me up directly on social media or what have you, and I can get you some information there. But good cause, good networking, and a fun time to help kick off summer, no pun intended with the kick, foot golf tournament, Lake Forest, $40 a person through OCAR, and supporting OCAR Cares. And help us out and sign up. A lot of fun. You'll meet some new people. Good times. That's going to do it for us. Hopefully you were able to soak in all of the pieces of information that we gave you here. There was a lot to take in, and I know, but if you ever have any other questions, if you see these videos and you have questions and you're saying, hey, can you go back over that stuff or whatever, or hey, can you let me know what's going on with my neighborhood, my house, any of that, we at Casabella Realty Group would love to assist you with that. And you can reach us at casabellasocal@gmail.com or 949-280-0937. And we will be happy to help you out, more than happy to help you out and get you the information you seek. Thank you, everybody. Have a great upcoming weekend here in the next couple of days. We'll be back before the holiday, but in case we don't see you, have a good holiday as well, July 4th holiday. But we'll be back and we'll get you some more updated information on the next video. Thanks.